Hey guys, it's me, Kona. Hi, Kona. As you can see, I'm in uniform at work, right? But, as I've been sitting here, I've just been like humming, humming music in my mind. And, it's not an actual song that's been written or anything. But, it's a song that kind of came together in my mind. I think I'm gonna write it too. I'm gonna write it, but I don't want to ruin it by saying it because people be stealing. But as I've sat here and continue to just throw little lyrics into the song, just getting downloads from spirit about how I feel right now. I just wanted to say, don't ever give up on yourself. I don't care how hard a challenge gets, how blocked a road looks, how high something seems to be to your reach, how long it's been since you last spoke to God. Don't ever give up, because He is definitely not gonna give up on you. I just keep going over all the things that were sent to destroy me these past years. And it's so confusing to even know that these things were happening because I was happy, And it wasn't about my relationship. Through every trial that I faced, I never knew that it was deeper than what I was actually going through, And no matter what obstacle I faced, I was still happy. I still found joy in so much things, so many places, so many situations, even the things that was hurting me or the things that came and passed. I found peace at the end of every tunnel, I found light in some way, shape, or form. And I always found a way to get through it. Never realizing that Spirit was carrying me the whole time. So when I came to face this major storm, it just threw me for a loop. But I was just refusing to give up on myself, on my children, my life. And I knew it had to be something greater than what I was actually seeing with my eyes. The reason behind the situation. It had to be something bigger than what was actually in front of me. And I'm telling you, that moment that I went with that and surrendered myself and begged to be taken from that situation. Spirit answered immediately. And I woke up the next day with so much peace. It's almost like everything had just gone away. Even though it was still there, I knew that what I had asked for was going to happen. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I knew I was going to know when it was time. And I stay obedient to that. I listen to myself. I trust in my guides. I trust in my angels. I trust in my intuition. And when they told me to move, I moved. And when they told me to stop, I stopped. And when they told me to go, I went. And that's just to say, no matter how hard something look, and how foggy, how cloudy the outcome of the situation may be, you can't see what's going to happen. Because a lot of times we're afraid of the unknown. I know I am. I hate not knowing what's going to happen. But, excuse me, don't give up. Because if I had given up, I would have lost my life. I wouldn't be able to talk to you about these things. I wouldn't be able to share my testimony, my victories, my trials, my lessons. I wouldn't be here with my children. And I could just remember through the whole situation. The only thing that I had was my baby. Because I had sent my other daughters to their dads since I wanted them to be safe. And here I was with my newborn child, and this was her father doing these things to me. And I just kept thinking, like, if I give up, then who's going to keep her safe? There's such a big light inside of that baby that kept me going. That kept me hoping. That kept me fucking hopeful and happy, even in the midst of that storm. That baby. These people did not even want me to have my child. They didn't even want her to survive. And my baby was born perfect. Nothing wrong. Not one thing wrong. She was definitely my light. And she helped me see through the darkness of that situation as well. She was my map, you know. The GPS system. Spirit said. The GPS back to him. Because I knew that through all my circumstances and every day that I had faced and was facing during and after my pregnancy, that only he could be in charge of me getting through that situation day by day. And don't get me wrong, I was suffering. I was hurting because I couldn't understand why these people were trying to tear me down so bad. And every time that I wanted to spew hate, and every time that I wanted to fight, and every time that I got angry, excuse me, there was still some type of peace in me that wouldn't allow it to happen. And I just wanted to understand more than I wanted to retaliate. It's like when you got love for people, even when they doing some of the most malice and hurtful and hateful things to you, that love will still seem to overpowered any hate that I was feeling at that time. I just wanted to understand why it was happening. It wasn't that it was happening, you know? I've always been the type of person that's just like, want to understand why something is versus being angry that it is, you know? I felt like the things that they were doing was unnecessary. I felt like it was childish. I felt like it was a bunch of hate behind these people, but I also wanted to know why. It's very safe. Sometimes it's not a why. You know? It's not a logical why. Because I'm sure these people got 1,000,000,001 reasons why they felt justified for the things they had done to me and my children. Why to this day, they are still trying to deplete me, to defeat me, and no, they don't understand why. They can't. The one thing that they wanted to take me away from, to keep me from, was God. Excuse me. And through all of that, that's the one person that I knew I had to talk to about that situation. I knew I had to call on him because I knew he was the only person that could make me understand. And I knew he was the only person that would truly, truly, truly save me from what I was going through. People was trying to make me look crazy. My own parents, my own family wasn't there. I just knew something was bigger than that situation. And if it's any time that I hadn't had faith or love or spirit, that was the time that I had to fall to my fucking knees. And he answered me right away. And I haven't turned back since. Ever since I left and been on my own, it's just been me and spirit. He helped me heal through everything. The betrayals, the whys, the loneliness, the heartache, the slander, the stones that was being thrown. And people I used to hear a lot of people say, if it's a God, then why would he let us go through so much? Or why do people do other people so bad? And for years now, I've always said they treated Jesus the same way. No matter how much he gave, no matter how much he loved. No matter how much he taught righteousness, no matter how bad he wanted people to see things in a different light. People still talked about him. People still hated on him. And ultimately, he still lost his life for what he loved. He was crucified for just being a good person. So, sorry to keep crying and everything, but being in the light is not easy. Especially when you see how much darkness is surrounding you all the time. How bad people don't want to see you win. How bad people hate the fact that you don't want to be an evil person. I felt like that situation was unbearable. I felt like I just knew these people was trying to take me out, you know? But there was no way I was going to let them give up on myself. There was no way I was going to let them make me give up on my children, on my fight. And no matter who had my back or who didn't, I knew it was only one person who was going to have my back the whole time, no matter what I did, no matter what reason these people had to be doing these things to me. And that was Spirit. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and just say, don't ever give up on yourself. Right, wrong, to understand, to not understand. No matter how lonely the road gets, sometimes it's worth being alone, you know? Because the same ones that you be trying to take with you be the same ones that don't even want to see you go. I'm just happy that I didn't give up on myself. Because there was moments when I wanted to. Because I didn't understand. But what I did know was no matter what confusion I was feeling, that there was a big purpose for that situation. And today I'm just so proud of myself for having faith, for looking to God, for not giving up, and just continuing to move forward. Because if I had, I wouldn't have no strength. I'd probably be in the ground right now. These same people still running around throwing all this fucking malice and hate on my name. When all they wanted to do is build clout on my name. All they wanted to do is take what I had for themselves. Things that I would trade in at any time just to have had that situation that happened to me. These things that were tangible, that could be touched, that could be replaced. I would have given these people this shit 10 times over before I would have chose to have to see them the way I have to see them now. But don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever give up on God. I don't care how bad people kick you while you down. I don't care how bad people try to make you seem like you crazy or they know what's going on. No matter how bad people want to turn you from your faith, keep your head to the sky. Don't you give the enemy your strength, I'm telling you. Because these people will take it mine without me even knowing. All the people that was against me was the same people that I would have fought for, laid down for easy, and they knew that. And that's why I was an easy target. Because they thought that love was weakness. When it's really the greatest strength you can have.